I'm back again, Gemini. I hope you're all still intact. How are you coping there? I hope you're all okay. I hope you're healthy. Stay distant if you can. Stay well. Stay happy. This is your month of April. I've got your chart up. It's already moving along here, having the month start off with a strong moon node combination here in your second house of finance. You're still going through some karmic issues there, and of course you've had this very powerful 8th house. It's a difficult house. It's sometimes hard to get at what's going on underneath the surface, but here's the good news for you. Saturn has just shifted out of this 8th house. It's been there for 2.5 years. This has to do with your shared resources, how you negotiate money with others, how you deal with income, how you deal with intimacy, matters of intimacy. And here we see the Jupiter-Pluto combination is a very powerful combination, especially around the 8th, when you see this full moon taking place in your 5th house of love affairs, creativity. And then it's going to actually make a square here. Have a look, there it is there on the 8th, 9th, to this power combination in your 8th house. So there could be sexual issues, there could be issues related to money, and you must be careful not to let that drive your immune system health down, because then straight after we've got this transit of the moon, after the full moon, a darkening moon in your 6th house, debilitated in Scorpio. That's the depression point for the moon. So that's tied in with your emotions. Fortunately, you can offset that with the very powerful 3rd ruler, which is the sun. That gives you courage. You need courage right now. I'm not saying courage to run out into the crowds. We've got to keep our distance, but I think it's the courage to creatively, how can I say it? Creatively do something differently. You've got to look at new ways to approach. I'm making a note of this just for myself for the tagline. To just approach friendships, to approach your work. And we can see here with Neptune in this 10th house, you are being idealistic and looking at new things. Vision is what's needed right now. Here's that moon around the 15th, mid-month, moving into this 8th house position with the power planets. And then this frustrating combo, particularly when it hits that midpoint around the 15th, 16th, 17th. Mars is sufficiently far enough away from Saturn. Here in the 9th house, this is the higher mind. You've got to be careful not to let your mind dwell on the negative thoughts. Because when you've got these unsavory combinations, it's easy to get dragged into the negativity. It's easy to get caught up in the whirlwind of, I call it being snioped. I don't know whether you've heard that saying. I remember someone once saying to me, Dadhichi, don't be snioped. I said, what do you mean snioped? They said, subjected to the negative influence of other people. Some of you may have heard that, but that's likely here. Here we see the moon making its contact with Neptune on the 20th. That can be nice as long as you keep your feet anchored on the ground. We need to have vision. We need to have this new approach to how you are doing things. Because, what do they say? Necessity is the mother of invention. And I think you'll come out on top here, because this Moon-Mercury conjunction in your 11th house of profits on the 22nd is a good one. It actually gives you that creativity, the imagination. You're able to blend your intellect with your emotions and do something that can provide you with some positive returns. The new moon, as you can see there, the moon is moving through the 12th house, exalted one. Your emotions will be elevated at this time, but in an unusual way here. The new moon shows a new approach to the way you're spending money, a new approach also to the way you are dealing with people. Don't be an easy target at this time. I know you want to help everyone, but especially through this period of the 24th, 25th, you may do something that you'll regret later. I say that because of the combined influence of the Sun and Uranus. Look at that heavy cluster of squares to Jupiter and Pluto in the 8th house, other people's money. So you want to be discriminative, You could be too nice and sentimental here with the Moon Venus combination taking place there in your sun sign, and you may just on a whim give away money, want to just help people, and that's admirable, but you do need to help yourself. They say charity begins at home. Just as the month ends, you do have a rather edgy combination of Mercury along with the Sun here. That's interesting, with Uranus here in this 12th house. Actually, that could end up being quite a nice combination for you. These ones offer you a very, very lovely sort of insight. This is a good time in the last couple of days of the month to bring your attention to spiritual matters, resolving the past, and finding some peace within yourself. There's no doubt, because we see the moon here making its transit at the beginning of the month and right at the end of the month in this second house of finances. You've got to get a lot of that stuff sorted out. That's also going to give you quite a bit of peace of mind. I've got some great news. I've relaunched the site. Some of you may know about that, astrology.com.au. I've now got a new page up every week. I wanted to give you a weekly horoscope, and I think you'll like the new look and feel, and I'd love your feedback. I'd love you to subscribe. I'd love you to drop me a line. If you've got a little bit of time now, no better time to get a personal reading and see how you can make sense of what's happening in this global context. And astrology can do that. I mean, here we've only given you a broad-based view of what's going on, but I'd love to look at your horoscope. Drop me a line. Take care, and I hope you'll be here again next month. I will be. Bye-bye.